Hello everyone, welcome back to Dark Heresy. Last time, a miracle happened. Yeah, I could just leave it there, that would serve as a recap, but I guess, other events did occur, like Eloa, Eloa got, text from, Dreadnought Husbando, and, decided to immediately go see him. Because that is actually a sensible thing to do. It's just it did mean Juno, along with all of her pilgrims, are off on their own up in the Highlands, while the rest of Warband is with Eloa in the Ashlands. So, Savin, as with last time, you has a Casa.
I sure do.
While Juno is away.
Juno is leading a spiritual revival, and also on fire.
Yes. It's, I mean, if a miracle was going to happen on this planet, it would be one involving being set on fire. Let's be honest here. Yeah. I think we stopped with, Eloa. Well, yes, I think we stopped, just when Eloa had, finished up, the initial talks with Dreadnought Husbando through, his sneakily deployed communication tower. And just to remind you, he said he couldn't, he strongly implied he couldn't see the Tau, like where the Tau base is, but did inform you the only places he can't see are the extreme north and south, where it's all frozen over, and under the ocean. So, who fancies a swim?
Ooh, pick me. Power armor can survive the bottom of the ocean, right?
Astartes power armor, definitely. Yours, probably. Maybe not the very bottom of, like, the Mariana Trench. But yeah, probably.
Well, I'm willing to take that risk for the Emperor.
What I'm hearing is yes, definitely.
It'll take you like a month to go there by foot.
No, it's okay. I just jump out of the gunship above the target and just slide down.
Sink.
We don't use the S word here?
Sneak,
But yes,
what is that? Can you eat it?
Gonna just sink.
So, what plan?
Oh, they're gonna go and revive the faith. We're gonna go meet with the only Imperial contact on the planet, which is the Dreadnought. And we hope that in the meantime, the Tau will make a fucking sleep app and make themselves known to us. Because if we can get at least our hands on one of those little blue bastards, we can interrogate them and find where the location of that goddamn forward operating base is. Right now, we're just playing a game of chicken, trying to see who's gonna blink first.
It's hopefully we don't capture a female Tau. We don't have our specialist in female on female interrogation with us right now.
Oh, you don't know Narcia well enough.
Are you proficient in the spankies? I think not.
Okay, the Spankus is a very specific field of interrogation I have not mastered yet. But I know some of the basics. I'm wasting all my good rolls. Well, it's nice and early. It's not like I'm kind of
She can instigate a cat fight with the best of them.
Oh, yes, I can.
Yeah, I just wanted on record that I am now imagining a Sororita Sister Superior using her interrogation skill to learn which of her initiates is actually a good girl.
But that's not how that works. I thought that's how that works.
Who can say?
Well, who are we to question the will of the Emperor?
But yeah, I suppose I should be more specific. What are you doing right now, guys? As you are, well, you have a gun cutter that is hovering next to a communication tower.
Fantasizing about Sisters of Battle?
I mean, I meant in character, but, you know, I don't know, maybe Eloa is a deviant as far as toasters go.
Okay, so we know the Terminator is on the capital. We know... Do we know where the capital is? Do we have a location?
It is presumably that big city, like 10 miles away.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to squint real hard, but okay, I get it. I mean,
It's-
flying in with a gun cutter is probably not the smartest idea. Do we really care for subtlety at this point?
Yes?
Well, we should. Well, we've been succeeding really well so far, and we should probably scout out before we just drop down in a gun cutter. By we, I mean you and the other people of this group.
Okay. So now that some of us have gotten some of our gear back,
Yeah,
I guess we can do some recon. While Eloa stays back with the ship, playing the Rico again. Rico is radar interception officer, in case you guys didn't know.
I do that with my big brain.
and yeah, that is a point about gear. Are any of you guys going to, like, take anything that would, meaningfully change your appearance? Like, say, you're switching into full battle armor, sort of thing.
I don't have battle armor, I only have a breastplate.
I mean, that's part of battle armor.
And no, it's one part of battle armor. One that would be slightly more easily concealable. Very unladylike, however.
Wait. So we're preparing for a fight, right? And it's what are we doing when someone's asking if I'm putting on power armor or battle armor?
See,
I mean, Bob, as you are in the gun cutter, you have the opportunity to, grab all of your gear from the metal boxes. So, the question is, are you doing that? If you are, what are you grabbing? And is it anything that is going to be obvious and, be noticed by people?
yeah, no. I'm not gonna grab the breastplate. But I am gonna grab the bolter and carry it in the backpack. Just in case I need to shoot at something, it's always nice to have the haywire crossbow bolts with me. Just in case, Merz. fingers.
Mm,
I was not carrying the bolter before. I was carrying my grenades and my pistol, though.
I'm thinking. I'm wondering if we're able to, if we're actually going to be doing too much talking inside of cities after this.
I mean, that did sound like where you were immediately heading to.
Yeah. So I don't think I'm able to really grab anything.
You already have your pistol. You're good.
Yeah, I think I brought some grenades too. Just shove them in my pants.
It's easy to hide grenades and
Just
certain guns.
yeah, just like tie them to your belt and then just put them right over your groin. People just think you're carrying around 2 big juicers. It's fine.
My God, you people, come on. Only thing I needed was the bolter. I'm good.
And multiple choice question.
Come on, this isn't very hard. You're a psyker. You are the weapon. You don't need any additional gear to make you any scarier. You can wiggle your fingers, kind of shout out like a few profanities, and people's heads explode. Sometimes even your head explodes when you do that. It's magical.
I know. Yeah, that's all. Oh well, grenades, and I'm just gonna start casting fucking
Exactly. So we're
completely
good.
unfettered. Yeah, I think I'm good. I'm pretty sure I'm good.
Okay then. Guess we're moving on. I mean, you could actually wear my breastplate. I have a carapace breastplate.
I mean, so do I, but that's gonna look.
You're a man. You can wear armor around in public without it looking too suspicious. I'm a woman in a feudal society. You don't see them running around with breastplates.
This is it's like a Kevlar breastplate in the Middle Ages. Gonna
Oh.
stand out just a little bit.
It's not Kevlar. This is modeled to look like proper medieval armor.
Oh, okay. No, I don't have that. Mine's just basic fucking.
A very beautiful.
Carapace.
Yeah, mine's actual carapace.
I mean, Carapace isn't like a plate carrier normally. It is normally like out-facing plates.
It definitely passes off as medieval armor.
Yeah, it would be relatively easy to get away with. It'd look slightly weird, but you could play it off as just you having weird stylistic taste rather than oh my god, he has future tech. Also, hi. If you haven't noticed, I appear to be having a manic episode today.
Oh, me too! High five! Yeah! Being manic is great. If I could only keep myself manic all the time.
This will be a good episode.
As we sit around and do nothing for yet another session, trying to maintain our subtlety instead of bending this entire planet down. Okay, so
Okay.
Bob, if you don't have anything to grab, then we're going. We're just going.
If I'm pretty sure I could, if I'm fairly certain I could pull off the carapace plate I have for the chest, then I will definitely grab that.
I mean, you have to see you've trained. I believe in your roles. Your fellowship roles to buff the party.
Oh no. I remember those times.
Oh no, I don't.
You weren't here. This was way back when. We were still
You're
using
the only one?
Skype.
Fucking Skype. Yeah, you guys take me back.
Yeah, in our first 40k game, it was only war. Bob played our sergeant. had really great powers. You picked the good ones. Only I think but only ever actually successfully issued an order twice.
In the entire game, yeah. Mhm.
Or Bob always rolled terrible on command.
It's just. Oh. You're like the second lieutenant that nobody likes.
I just kept croaking, like, ah! I rolled 98s constantly on my command rolls.
I'll never forget the one session I was playing a Psyker. I kept rolling 90s. The entire
Yeah.
session.
Yeah, it's like that, only for an entire campaign.
Yeah, pretty much, except for one specific thing.
Yeah.
This brings a joy to my heart. I enjoy your suffering.
Alright, yes. So, are you guys... Well, you are, sorry, yeah, you guys are like 10 kilometers away from the city. I think I said miles earlier, but it is supposed to be kilometers, like actual clicks.
Well, that's pretty fucking far. Why would it make it?
Yeah, it's like it's a long walk, but it is a walkable distance. Also, I forget, were the lizard horses left with Juno or brought on the ship?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty
That
sure
was-
Juno still has the lizards.
Okay.
And we also got some cards for all the faithful and the great pilgrimage.
Yes.
Hmm.
I'm sure that will bring only positive things.
I hope I get to use this bolter on unarmed peasants. Remember, explosive criticals. There is a splash zone.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Such bore. Wow.
Oh, you can barely hear me, but you can hear
Hey, oh
Loki.
no. You're fixed.
You're fine now.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good.
Oh man, it's all over the place.
I've been fiddling with the controls to no end.
It's
Okay.
good.
Yeah,
You got it to
you,
a good level. I can actually hear you now. Keep it there.
Yes. Right, yeah. So, are you going to walk to the city?
Oui, we shall.
Alright. So, this is the Ashlands. It's very appropriately named. It's fucking ashy.
We just take a deep breath.
Yeah, congratulations, your teeth are now black.
I love it.
It is grey and blackened, and some places where the bombardment was particularly bad, a mantle has been exposed, and there are like geysers of magma.
Liquid hot
Are there
magma.
geysers though?
Yes,
Oh, that's actually kind of good. If there was ever a force to bring manufactorums to this planet, this would be where they build them.
Yeah? But, yeah. How long would a 10-kilometer walk actually take you guys?
Well,
Oh,
with
you
Baltus
have
in
a
our
Baltus.
team,
It's going to take forever. Hey, Baltus, would you like to cast Warp Speed?
Actually, I've never took it down.
You've gone to sleep at some point, so yes, you have.
God damn it.
it's time to go fast.
Okay, let's see.
I assume you've gone to sleep. If you have actually just stayed awake on Raycaf and Warp Juice, then that is technically possible, but I'm gonna have to give you quite a lot of fatigue.
Let me. Alright, that's fair. That's fair. Let's cast. I only need 4, I think. That should put me.
You only need 2 to. Like, in fact, yeah, 2 brings you up to movement 4, right? Doesn't it? Or is it half your psi rating in unnatural? I forget.
No, I think it's actually my. It's my psi rating in unnatural. Yeah. Yeah, it's the full psi rating.
Okay, then yeah, if you do 2, then you would be moving at least on level with everyone else. I think the next lowest after you is 4. It might be 3. I'm not sure. Guys, what are all your move speeds?
3.
Okay, then yeah, you could just do 1 and bam, you're at level with the party.
Okay, but.
Come on, what's the worst thing that can happen?
I do.
It's not
There are
like
no
you can...
walls here. You can't make them bleed.
As we pointed out in Borks earlier today, there's always a wall, the floor.
What?
And now it can bleed.
Alright,
Unfortunately, it
so-
bleeds liquid hot magma.
So, would you like to take that and have a fun thing, or would you like to reroll?
I'm gonna re-roll.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Aww. Wimp.
Pussy. Roll another 99.
I mean,
Aw.
Well, if you will insist on using fate for what it's for, then I guess I get to put the demon stat blocks back in the sidebar.
One of these days. One of these days.
Then yes, with Baltus engaging Gotta Go Fast mode, you will be able to reach the city in about 2.5 hours rather than 3.5.
Whoa! It's like 1 hour sooner.
Yeah, it means a difference of 10 on the toughness test I'm about to ask all of you who do not have environmentally sealed faces to make, which I think is all of you.
Radical!
Yeah, I mean, it is still at a -10.
I succeed.
Because you are, yeah. Because you are out in the Ashlands for 2 hours rather than just -1, but it's not a -20, which it would have been.
Guys, come on.
Yeah, guys, that was a general call for a -10 toughness
Oh.
test.
I was
We're
looking at
all in
something
this
else.
Oh right, I
together.
have Casa. Alright, fair enough.
Yeah,
Oh, boy.
you ain't supposed to make them. Just
Damn it.
So
Baltus,
close.
Holy fuck!
Ceiko, and can we? Is DCL with us? Yeah, DCL is with us.
Graves is here, but DCL isn't, so he exists nebulously.
She gets to sneak by the toughness test, the cheeky bugger.
Alright, so.
Ooh, Ceiko has a good fucking roll there. That's a 7.
Would anyone like to reroll?
No.
Of the two of you that failed.
Is it
No, not
is
really.
the failure based on degrees of failure, or is it?
As is typical.
Mm,
I've got,
Look,
what,
it's
2 degrees of failure?
Yes, 2 and
Okay.
3 on your current results.
I'll just soak it.
you know what? I'll soak it as well. What's the worst that could happen?
Casa gains 1 level of fatigue. Baltus gains 2 as you breathe in this ancient ash along your march. Perhaps you should invest in face masks.
I suddenly remembered that I actually had like the little nose plugs.
Well,
I remembered at my reroll, so it didn't matter. Oh well. I will live. I will live with the 2 fatigue.
I mean, hold on, let me go through to your gear page. Just one. Okay, yeah, they are poor quality filtration plugs. That's what you have.
I was gonna buy everyone a decent fucking gas mask, but I forgot.
I mean,
I mean, who loaded the mask that my character used to have? The priest.
oh, I think it got sold.
You bastards.
But yeah, so poor. Yeah, Baltus, unfortunately, those poor quality plugs, I'm pretty sure they, expired some time ago. They're only good for 5 hours total. So I actually think, like, you ran through their lifespan back on Moab.
Oh, oh, that sucks.
You use the depleted one. You think it'll help. It makes you feel better, but in reality, it's not really helping.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's all clogged up with radioactive dust from another planet. So you don't get any filtration. You just have to breathe through your mouth and take big old lungfuls of ash.
Well, that explains my issue then.
All right. Yeah. This this whole zone is just quite clearly not fit for humans to live in. And, well, while when you approached Cadril up in the highlands, you crossed just vast outlying farmland. There is nothing like that as you approach this city. It rises out of the ashen wastes. Just a great construct of stone. Tall walls surround it, and the inside seems to be built upon a hill, or perhaps the interior buildings are simply that much taller. It looks to be roughly circular around a very large central structure, which is similarly shaped to an imperial cathedral. I'll drag you over onto this map.
Ah, it's beautiful. I want to burn it to the ground. I only say this because it's full of Frenchmen. Oh boy.
Yeah, sure is a shame DCL isn't here.
It's fine.
I
Absolutely no one is gonna try to pick a fight with us.
see why you bring up these.
Yes. As you trudge through the ashes, you can see a couple of outlying buildings, including a gatehouse connected to a long bridge leading to the Great Wall itself. You are the only travellers coming to the city now. And the gate is shut before you.
Oh, better question. Has my hand stopped glowing yet?
No! It hasn't been 4 days yet!
This is
Okay.
fun. You'll tell them about your religious revelation and either they let us in, or we kill our way into spread our wonderful, totally not heretical faith. And tell them all about the gifts you received from the Emperor of Mankind.
Oh, and actually, Baltus,
Mm-hmm.
you have the warp sense talent, yes?
Yeah.
How about you go make me a +10 Psyniscience roll?
Burned in.
Alright. So, in Cadril, there were no psychers. Here, you can feel... Oh. Firstly, you can feel just a bright spark in uh, in the center of the city, just just radiant energy, a truly powerful Ceiko. But it's not the only one so illuminated. There are other lesser sparks here, humans who have actually tapped in to their psychic potential. And well, uh, hmm. Just deciding if that's no. I don't think that's enough degrees to get the hidden information.
That they're all in the church.
No, no. There are definitely quite a few around that cathedral-like structure, but there are others just dotted throughout the rest of the city.
Hmm. Okay. I'm gonna share as much of this to the party as I can.
Lovely. Unregulated psychos. This is going to be a fun few days. So, tell me more about the big one you felt. Do you think that might be their spiritual leader? Baltus?
Mm, well, I think it's at least the what is it that they called him? I don't think it's the world saint. I think it's the because I remember Rex or Felix telling me um, that the leader of this church has the old timey fire talents.
He was speaking about someone different. He was talking about the bishop of Grato, which is the capital of the Highlands. This is the Ashlands.
Ah, okay. I'm a bit confused there. Um, hmm.
We don't know who's who anymore. There are too many fucking religious figures running around.
I don't. Yeah, I'd say the biggest one is probably the head of the religion in the area, anyway. Even if even if the name is wrong, the concept should hopefully work. Um, that's probably why there's so many of their psychers considered like around the fire or in the area of around the area of the cathedral. It's the other ones though. We have to definitely check that out.
Everyone be on your guard.
Mm-hmm. It's the other ones that are all spaced out that tapped into it that worries me. Hmm. Well, there's nothing we can really do though, except go in and investigate.
I just need to step away for a couple of minutes and use the restroom before we get started inside the city.
Perfect. Now watch as we pick a fight with the guards at the gates. Oh wow. Rob,
Yep.
got some for you. I like your response. Such a cheery song.
That's glorious, Snippy. That's fucking glorious.
Yeah.
When he started, I expected something else to happen.
Yeah, why you expecting him to get picked up by a sniper?
No, I expected him to find a random dude and arrest him to the ground.
Oh man. Now if you find a random dude in that environment, gunshots will be the logical next step. Very brave lad, I have to say.
Hmm.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
So yeah, there is one thing I forgot to mention. Just that, hanging as a pennant above the gate and flying in several places along the wall, there are flags. And they all bear the same sigil. It is to say an eagle with its wings spread, and in its talons it is clutching a large sword, which is wreathed in flame and crackles with lightning. The eagle is black upon a red field.
Fuck. If we only had someone that was trained in heraldry. Oh, damn it, Juno.
That heraldry, what does it mean?
So, yeah, what be your plan? Are you gonna sit out here? Are you gonna knock? Are you gonna pull the breaching charges out of Narcia's backpack and blast the gate down?
Okay, we all know what time it is.
Riot time?
I had something different in mind.
I don't
you
believe
didn't.
you. Oh, yeah, that's always a good one.
I open a hole to the warp. What better way to make an
Could you
entrance?
not, though?
Oh, fine. I'm not gonna open a hole to the warp. Someone that has a penis is gonna have to allow us entry into the fucking town, city, whatever. I'm a woman. I'm not gonna take the lead in this particular interaction.
Okay. I
Nail
guess-
Not only-
95 pieces to the wall.
What?
What?
Martin Luther joke, I think.
Yep.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna run up and knock on the door.
Make sure you skip on the way.
Okay, I
Why?
skip up.
Skipping is mine. You're taking it from me.
Hold on just a sec. Sorry, just had a DM I actually needed to answer. Right. So, you approach the gate. There is a trumpet call, and then a man emerges onto a balcony overlooking it. He was wearing what looks to be hide armor with a steel breastplate, and painted on the front of the breastplate there is again that symbol of the eagle holding a sword. Fair morn. Who are you?
What would be a good way to get access to the city?
We are on a religious pilgrimage,
True.
and we know where we came from. We technically came from the other village. Way the fuck over the other way.
Okay, so I'll say something to like, well, choking to death on the ash.
No, we didn't go through the ash. The ash was just because we boarded the gun cutter.
It looks like we went through the ash, though.
Does it? Oh, fuck, it does.
Yeah,
Oh, I had not thought of that.
I mean, I suffered 2 fucking fatigue from just the ash, so yeah.
Like, you can take plenty.
I can. But so as I choke from the ash, we all I informed them that we're pilgrimage, that we're on a holy pilgrimage to your grand cathedral.
Ah, so you've come to pray at the tomb of the world saint.
Yes, one of the most holy place on the on the planet.
Yeah. Do you have a passport?
Never been asked that question before. Well,
Obviously not. Let's get the question out of the way. No, we do not. This was kind of a spur of a moment thing because your hand is now on fire.
my hand is on fire.
Yes! I don't have a fucking passport.
Oh, that's
This
right. You're
happened.
fucking on fire still.
Yeah.
God, dude.
Just go with that. I don't have a passport. My hand's on fire. I consult an expert on this.
Yeah, what are you actually doing with your hands? I assume you're doing something to conceal them.
Yeah, I was.
No, just wave them around.
Okay. Alright.
Come on.
Alright.
You have enough strength to just force the gate open at this point.
So that's true, but I don't feel like just randomly attacking a dude to get assault by fist.
You're as strong as the protagonist of The Last of Us 2. Go for it.
What would I have to roll to be suddenly hit by to almost answer his question and then be hit by a wave of religion? Just,
Deception?
yeah, well, a conniption I heard was like angry, but this is so yeah. Going into a religious fit as I wave my flaming arms around. Oh god, my hands are on fire! Look at how blessed I am!
Yeah, that sounds like a deceive check.
Can we help by praying along?
Yes, if any of you guys are trained in deceive,
I am.
alright, that's a plus
No.
10.
Casa is.
Okay, you can get the girls to, assist you. So you've got plus 20.
Oh,
Fuck. Just
That-
got it.
just barely. Holy fuck, I really need to know.
I'm gonna go hide. Supposed to be plus 30, actually.
This is so fucking comical. One of us breaks off to hide behind the tree. The ladies are praying along.
What tree? There is
Fine.
no tree. There is only ash and rock.
Hey,
I
that's even easier to hide
camouflage.
in.
Alright, so
Check out this
one
example.
of you just... Yeah, one of you just burrows into the ash like a lizard. Another is waving his burning hands. Uh, you know, if you have manifested the gifts of a flame, you can't just say you have forgotten your passport. That is legitimate business.
Stop. Just stop.
I can't. This is the funny. This is great.
Just to look at it. Just I don't know what to say to that. Just
Oh, okay then.
I'm just gonna give my name. I guess just like put me on some sort of register as I go and talk about why my hands are on fire. Just just to give up on those charades and these. Well, you know, not all places are as accommodating.
Yeah, yeah. I understand, but alright. He pulls a bugle from his belt and gives it two sharp blows. And as he does, the is a sound of mechanisms, and then the outer gate begins to open. He turns the bugle and then looks at you again. Sir, did you come all the way from the coast without masks?
We.
The flame protects.
Yeah, go for that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I'm hit with religious fervor, not religious.
Oh, if only Roa was here, I'd be giving you guys a fucking sermon.
You'd have already burnt down the cathedral, though.
Not just the cathedral. Not just the cathedral.
I was using that as the biggest thing in the background, not the limit of what you were going for.
You're damn right. So
Yeah,
just awkwardly stare at each other.
He shrugs, apparently either satisfied with that answer or simply too apathetic to press further. And
These people are clearly crazy.
he just steps back through the door he came out of, presumably returning to whatever it is guards do when they're not harassing adventurers.
We're not crazy, we're just stupid.
It's fine. We scream. We have adventures written all over us, and because this is a feudal world, this is perfectly acceptable. If we were giving these kinds of excuses in a modernized imperial world, the Arbites would already be inserting their batons so far up our rectal cavities, we would not be able to walk for at least 2 more sessions.
Oh, please. Arbitrator cuffs stay on a lot longer than that. Yeah. You have overcome the first challenge, which is, to say, getting in the door. Now, here's the next challenge. Walking forwards. I think you're all fairly capable of that.
Wait a minute. I'm not sure. The ash in my legs might have made my legs stop working. Let me check. I was not expecting that! I know! I take a step forward. What happens?
Just hold on. I'm gonna make a note in your journal.
Oh no. Whoops. Oh fuck. I never did fill out those combat evaluations. Probably because last combat encounter I observed, my face got caved in by an orc. So I think I can be excused for not filling that in.
Damn. Damn.
Thank you, Merz. Thank you so much.
Some pupper, Snippy.
Whoops. By inhaling the ash, Narcia has put herself at a serious risk of lung cancer. Consider medical examination. The gym just gave me cancer.
I didn't catch a word of that over the rip-roaring laughter.
All I heard was something gave Narcy cancer. That's all I got out of that.
Alright.
So,
Yes, we know.
alright, so what's our problem with going forward?
Well, I don't know, Bob. Are you competent of putting one foot in front of the other?
Yes.
Then there is no problem.
Okay. Just wondering why everyone's suddenly doing acrobatics.
Apparently it's necessary in order to walk across this bridge, so Cass is gonna do some backflips, I guess.
Oh no.
I mean, it's not, but you can. I mean, you
can
are
and I
clearly
will.
fucking adventurous, so...
I can't stop laughing.
Make way for Prince Ali.
Yeah, you can just cross the bridge, so you approach the second gate. There is another, bugle blast, and it similarly swings open, granting you access to the Ashen City. And yeah. Yeah. On the inside, it is, well, not quite as despondent as a name like that would make you think. The streets aren't busy, but there are, actual people, and although a lot of it is had ash built up over it, the buildings have colour, and the people have colour as well. Several of them are wearing like little face masks. They're not observing social distancing, though, so clearly they all need to be fined. Yeah. You have gotten in. There is no grand welcoming party for you, even for Bernie Hands Balti. But you are within. Where are you guys gonna go?
Well, I guess we're gonna go and sit in front of the queue of the Grand Cathedral because Burning Hands over here needs to see the Pope.
I mean,
Look. We have an easy goal. Don't get distracted. Dealing with the Burning Hands first. Tau second.
there's the upper dish. I do. Well, I don't. Okay, it's just gonna go away in time. So that So maybe should we go to the upper district first? The Grand Cathedral is where I saw a whole bunch of psychers, right?
Yes.
The vast majority of them.
Well, not quite the vast majority.
Oh,
Like-
good.
About half of them are all clustered in there. It's like a plurality are at the Grand Cathedral.
Okay.
But yeah, there are just others throughout the city, except the far eastern side of the city. There are no psychers. That distant tower.
That's interesting. Maybe if DCL was here, I'd investigate with him. But don't want to deal with that nonsense. So I'm thinking of visiting the upper district first to make sure I have like a hotel room.
Whoa.
Whoa, Nelly. Who was that?
That is
I
thunder and lightning.
Very, very frightening.
Oh
Bob,
boy.
Yeah.
I think Thor doesn't approve of hotel rooms.
Okay. We're gonna go straight to the Grand Cathedral.
Exactly. Straight to the the fucking cathedral. We're meeting the Pope. Then we're setting it on fire to lure the tower out.
I don't think that. I don't think that's how that's gonna work.
Oh, you never tried to set a cathedral on fire before. How do you know if it's gonna work? Exactly.
Alright. So yeah. The path into the center of the city is a little winding. You have to go left, then right, then left again to reach just this to reach the foot of the cathedral. It is on a hill. It's not a very big hill. The cathedral is just that big. And the great door is about halfway up. There is just this enormous staircase, like at least 100 meters long and at a uncomfortably sharp angle that leads up to the great door.
But is there a line?
No, there is no apparent line. There is simply the steps. And about every 20 steps, there is just a soldier in similar garb to the one at the front gate, but much more ornate. Look like a ceremonial guard unit. They're just standing there, swords drawn and resting against their shoulders on either side of the staircase.
Well, don't think. Alright, I think there's nothing else for me to do but join in to try and So just try and enter.
Yeah.
Yes.
The ceremonial guards do as all good ceremonial guards do, and completely not react to the visitors. I also assume everyone is headed up there.
Of course. I wouldn't miss this for the world. Unless, of course, women are not allowed in the cathedral.
Well, no one is going to say that.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm going to disguise myself as a man if I have to. Please give me a reason to disguise myself as a man. I'm very good at this. It didn't work out the last time, but I'll make it work now. I swear.
I mean, Snips, you know us. We're not going to kink shame. If that's your thing, just go for it.
Yes, cross-dressing.
Also, yeah, Savin, these are on the map player and everything. You don't have to be, you don't have to sit next to them. You can actually go in the pretty boxes.
I am in the pretty box.
Well, you were halfway in on my screen at least. But yeah. Make the trek up the steps. There are really quite a few of them, but you're not in a rush, so I'm not going to impose athletics tests.
Oh, I want to run another 100 and break my neck on the stairs. I haven't killed myself that way yet.
I mean, if you want to just rush up the steps, you can. At which point, yes, it would be an athletics test, I guess.
Do I flip, faggot?
Alright. Narcia, doesn't fall off the stairs and, plummet 100 meters to her death. But she does, wear herself out, running.
How much fatigue?
I'm not actually gonna impose any on you for that.
How will I suffer?
Simple, Snippy. I'm making you suffer by denying you your suffering. It's like edging.
You absolute.
Right. So you as you make the trek, you can see that the great doorway of the cathedral is just open, and from somewhere within there are the sounds of hymns being sung. As you actually make it to the threshold, you can see that the inside is, well, it should really have already been clear that this building is monumental, but looking in at the vastness, the rows of dozens, if not hundreds of pews, the gigantic statues, the architecture and the various balconies and the upper levels to the cathedral's nave. This is a colossal building, and by all rights, should be completely beyond the ability of feudal worlders to produce. In fact, do any of you guys have any sort of knowledge or trades related to architecture or
Lore Master. I could help.
yeah,
Any
well,
negatives?
if you want to throw Lore Master at it, -10.
Having come on Lord Gothic sector is probably not gonna help me here much. So yeah, I'll just take the -10.
Also, yeah, infused knowledge.
Ooh. Nice.
Alright, Narcia. To you, it's not just the scale, but the construction methods and the material it is constructed as from as well. This, well, you can recognize ferrocrate.
Wow.
This is an actual imperial construction. One that apparently survived the orbital bombardment.
This might be an Imperial Fist successor chapter instead of a Salamander one. That would be a hell of a fucking twist. Holy shit.
Yeah,
God.
bro.
Was that the twist all along?
I mean, the fists are also known to have pretty bro successors. Like the Crimson Fists. Those are good boys.
I should have seen it coming. How was I so blind? Fucking ... I'll keep this information to myself now unless we're in a place when I can just whisper to the group and inform them that this is not medieval. This was built with imperial standards. Which is quite an interesting thing to take into consideration. Oh my god. Pants. I like this.
Alright. Yeah, the cathedral is vast, and while there are people through it, throughout it, there are not sufficient numbers to fill the place. You could just draw the group into a secluded alcove and pass the knowledge along, or you could plunge in. Oh, and of course, right, important bits of description that I derped on. Structurally, this cathedral is by and large similar to the church in Cadril. At the top of the nave, there is a huge flame. Baltus, you don't even have to roll. This flame is radiating psychic energy. Yes, the pews all face it, and the only thing past it is a great altar, and raised above the altar on a marble pillar is an aquila. Not the single-headed eagle of the city's standard. No, this is solid gold, two-headed, unmistakably an Aquila. The wingspan of 20 meters across.
Jesus. Well, I'm gonna make this out of the equivalent bow to it. Because no, out of religious fervor. But I really don't know what to do with this information. Okay, is everything? Is there? Is there any way to see if anything's like abnormally? This is gonna sound really stupid in 40K. Abnormally sized. Like, are the pews for whatever reason not really built for people, for normal sized humans?
Does this building have a starter's access? Good question.
Yeah, basically, like if a space marine could sit on these benches and not have an issue.
Yeah. Actually, that's a good question. And you can explore a little, look around, and yes, the two transepts, they have while the main nave has wooden pews, the transepts have one that's just carved out of, just ornately carved out of marble, and well, these marble benches are really quite big. Like even if Graves were to sit on one, his legs wouldn't reach the floor. And as part of the carving, they are covered with intricate symbols of devotion, imperial devotion. You don't need to be a trained ecclesiarch to recognize, well, devotional iconography, but that is just all over these larger marble pews.
Okay, all right, so that's a big part of my suspicion answered. Okay. Now, where to go from here? This is. Is there like. Is there a bell? Like something like I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure not most people walk into a church with flaming hands that don't burn them. Unless that's a thing. Like there's a form. Like do you caught on fire recently? Does it actually burn, or are you filled with religious fervor? Check yes or no.
None of the people here praying to Flame and Aquila seem to be particularly put out by your burning hands. They're not freaking out on you. But yes. There are some side doors off the nave and the transepts, one of which has like a little service bar in front of it with a little ring bell.
Okay. Uh, where's the all right, so the Imperial Eagle is in front of the flame?
Behind it. Like the structure is like seating, then giant flame, then altar with eagle.
Okay, and the giant okay, okay. For in my mind, I've always been imagining it as like a pillar, like a
pillar of flame? Yes,
yeah,
it is.
like a literal.
Yeah. Given how big the Aquila is, you can still see it around the burning pillar. It's
Oh,
just
okay, okay.
yeah.
It's like I imagine it's still being so big it like reaches the ceiling. I guess it's just not uh, not as big as I thought it was, or not as much as a solid.
It does not quite have a 20-meter diameter.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
put it
true.
that way.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Um. So should we wait around, or should we actually just go straight in and try and like start talking to the psychic? Excuse me, to the
Let's
psychic
Yes,
folks.
Oh yes, that does remind me. Yeah, like I said, the pillar of flame is radiating psychic energy, but you feel the majority of the lesser psychers here are somewhere beneath you.
Oh. Huh. Hmm. Okay. I guess we look for clues. All right, so we need to get lower. Okay, that's a good lead.
Surface navigate plus 20.
I do not have security trained.
That was horrible. I'm sorry, Merz.
It's a success.
I don't have security train either.
No, it's just how late that roll fucking came.
Yeah, yeah. This whole time we've been in the wrong building. uh,
I mean, you. I will just say again in case it got missed in the description. Yeah, there are side doors, and one of them does have a bell next to it.
oh.
Well, the front door points directly to the Falcon's Tower. I can tell because I'm big-brained.
Yeah. I guess I ring the bell.
Yeah. Just give me a moment to type this next bit to Snippy. Just making sure. Just clarifying exactly what I mean now.
You mean the place, like that we raided. Yeah, no, I know. That's exactly what the Falcon's Tower is. The front door of this cathedral points straight to the place that we raided for all those sweet, sweet space marine weapons. Remember, guys, the bombed out chapel?
Yeah.
Which is an interesting design decision. We also know that this was built with modern imperial construction materials and techniques. So, what does that tell us?
Plus, it's big enough for space marines to sit down.
Yeah. And there's a Terminator in it, which means it was built by the Astartes.
Yeah, that's fairly obvious. This is, I guess, their main chapel. That's my guess. Like, we just walked into their armory. This is probably where they actually frickin' worshipped.
And where they interacted with all the menials, obviously.
And then when everything just sort of got bombed, there's no space marine. When everything got bombed, probably everyone was in battle stations, so there wasn't anyone really here.
Now we just have to find where the space marine actually is.
Maybe
you
under?
guys wanna swoop? Just snoop around for a bit? Go to places we're not supposed to? Start a massive riot?
Okay, all but that last one. All but that last one seems pretty good.
If we're on top of the hill now, maybe he's underneath.
That's my thought exactly.
Maybe. Baltus, you have a certain talent for finding people. Actually, you know what? I think I know where he might be. Can I use inquiry to ask around to see what kind of location would this guy be at? Because we know he has interacted with the locals. He has said so himself. He said to us he was directly guiding them.
So what, you just want to...
To ask around.
Alright.
Okay, I have a pretty, I have a really good idea of where he actually is.
Okay, do say before I start asking for the fucking Space Marine Terminator.
Okay, so we're pretty sure he's in a dreadnought case, right?
He said so himself.
Yeah. Yes, he's.
Brain not working.
Pretty sure the tomb of the World Saint is. I think the World Saint is literally him. I think the tomb is just his dreadnought sarcophagus.
Ooh, so I ask around for that. We ask around for the World Saint. Fucking Merz. Oh, you're killing me here.
I mean, you had basically put it all together, so...
That's what I actually came here to look for, is the fucking sarcophagus.
Better to succeed.
Alright. I'll be honest, you didn't... once you got it to asking about the World Saint, you didn't actually need to roll.
But I wanted the chance of fucking up horribly, making everything worse for the party. And me specifically.
But, yes, you can, ask some of, the faithful and it's one that the tomb of the world saint is beneath the cathedral. His crypt. His crypt is within the bosom of the earth itself. And well, at the priests here are well, they allow those who are particularly faithful to go and offer their prayers through him in person. From him, as he, as the world saint, has great wisdom and is the last born child of the Fire Lord upon the world. His connection to the burning majesty is greater than their own. And also, just be able to pick up that, yeah. The world saint, though he is called saint, is alive. He just sleeps as if he was dead much of the time. But every 100 years, he awakes and ensures that the faith is kept.
The most glorious of Astartes in existence. Now the hard part would be to secure a meeting with him.
He is not expected to wake for another for another 7 years.
He doesn't need to be awake. We just need to worship the ground he sleeps on. Also, meow.
Yeah, the meow era is here.
Give it
That's
pets
like my
for
brother's
us.
new cat.
I'm people. What we're doing.
I think I might have a way in to speak with him, and I think I'm also pretty sure he's awake.
His body might not be. His brain is. His brain is awake all the time. He can't sleep. He's dread.
No, I mean they.
Alright, I'm gonna just step away real quick.
Pet the kitty.
That sounds like my brother's cat.
Wait, I was the one meowing earlier.
That's
Does
the
your
one.
cat actually sound that fucking screechy?
Yeah, my brother's cat. Not Mika, the other one, Smokey. Sounds like it smokes like 4 packs of cigarette a day. Just
How many
That's
animals do you guys have?
amazing.
too many. I like to remind everyone that when I moved over here, I said, "Okay, but I don't want any pets."
Well,
Right now we have 8 dogs, not counting Bjorn. 2 cats.
our neighbors our neighbors in the village have like 48 dogs.
Jesus Christ.
They don't neuter them.
That would have been Savin if he didn't fix Tasha.
Yep.
Just never letting go of any of the puppies.
Yep.
They're training hunting dogs. That's why they got so many. And our other neighbor has like 60-something goats, or used to anyways. The numbers of the goats have been somewhat diminished.
In these
Allegedly
trying
by wild
times, they've
wolves.
just resorted to eating the goats.
Probably.
Yeah. I thought that's why.
Oh, also we found the donkey that was on the loose.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Do you know how we find it?
Did it break into your house?
Oh no, it got hungry, so it came back on its own, and
Oh,
we
okay.
did it up. The dumbass.
That's what domestic animals do a lot of the time. They just come back when they get hungry.
I'm back. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome
we
back.
weren't talking about you. Don't worry about it.
So about the British Empire reforming.
And now Merz is fully erect.
So am I. Nothing like a good old imperialism to get you started and you die.
Oh, that's true, mate. Yeah, just sometimes you do really just have to get out there and, well, you know.
Take over the local indigenous population and put them to work. For king and country.
For king and country.
It's not like they did anything productive on their own. Look at them, slacking about.
Alright. Let's, so yeah. I am back. Have you come to a decision on what the next thing to do is, or are you still having a discussion?
I believe we wanted to try and get the locals to let us go pray in the presence of their world saint.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, at least judging by Felix, none of these people are wearing the vestments of a priest.
Yeah.
Well,
So I guess
if none of them are clergy, then none of them will stop us, right?
I'm not sure that's how that works, Tim.
Look, if it helps them, I can go in there wearing absolutely nothing.
I say we should probably ring the bell and get permission from.
Just sit in
some-
queue, and when our turn in the queue comes, miraculously, we're also going to have the Sister of Battle with us.
The Sister of Battle? You're that's quite a trip to go and get Juno back.
She's eventually going to make it over here. Like
I mean,
a
probably
year?
not.
Damn it.
I mean, to be fair, if she did come over, it's probably better if she doesn't. Because if she did come here, well, she wouldn't just be coming once. Look at this place. It's such sororita bait. Like, all of these big statues, and the longer you look at them, the more you think, is that meant to be the likeness of the Primarchs? You can notice, like,
Sploosh.
actual subtle carvings on there that, yes, are actually the Loyalist Legion symbols.
Oh.
And it's fairly obvious for, the Viking, as, Ross does actually just have a wolf with him.
Oh, woo.
It's a shame she's missing out on this.
It's a shame.
Well. But yeah. If you, press the bell, then, you'll just immediately hear the sounds of locks clicking in the door next to it, and then it is swung open by a young man, clad in priestly attire. Step out and just immediately bows to Baltus.
I am definitely taken aback by that.
I see that the gifts of the one true Lord are strong in you indeed.
He knows you're a big dig psyker. He's also a big dig psyker.
Yeah. That's what I'm also assuming, but
If only there was some sort of skill you could roll to determine that.
He does not actually his soul does not glow particularly brightly. He may have some latent powers, but it's just more likely that what illumination there is has been rubbed off onto him by all of those psychers downstairs. He does, however, have eyes, and you have burning hands.
no, yeah, that's right.
Oh, almost.
Oh, how
completely
could you
forgot
say
about
that?
those.
Oh, wait.
How did you know? Look, fucking raises his burning hands to his face.
He replies, just a hunch.
Gut feeling.
How do I phrase this? Something along the lines of I've come to pray to the feet of the sarcophagus of the world saint.
I feel the world saint calling to me.
Question is, will they allow my merry band to come and follow? I'm not sure about that.
Probably not necessary, as nice it would be. I also be quite honored to join our friend here. It's not every day you get to witness a miracle of this caliber.
Yeah, indeed. It is always a joy to see one awaken his connection to the flame. So you come to... What do you wish to ask of the world saint?
That's actually a really good question, guys.
Guidance for your new psychic abilities that you just got out of nowhere. Totally. Yeah. Totally out of nowhere. This is very exciting.
Anybody else got any good ideas?
I just want to see this guy because he's pretty cool and all.
Okay, so
Come on, let's pretend your psychic abilities have just awoken. Your hand is on fire. You're super strong. This is a religious and spiritual awakening. You feel the sarcophagus calling out to you. You need to go answer that call. You need to scratch that burning itch. You need to go get his guidance, because these kinds of powers have been universally known to backfire. And if anyone is going to teach you how to be responsible with psychic abilities, it's going to be the world saint. A being older and wiser than anything else on this planet.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm mostly curious to see if the world saint himself is a psyker.
God, can you have dreadnought librarians?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
They're,
Blood
they
Angels
are
are famous.
they're almost exclusive to Blood Angels and their successors, though.
Oh, fuck off, Blood Angels.
Look, the pretty boys need to have their pretties.
Well, I guess you're right. The loss of the Primarch was tragic enough. They just get it, have it.
Seems to be how they get most things. Just oh wait, they lost the Primarch. There you go. You can have it. Meanwhile, the Iron Hands.
They get... Look, back in my day, the Iron Hands had the most ridiculous superpower of all. Sergeants with Terminator armor.
Yeah, about
Yay.
that. Was it like 5th edition?
Fourth.
Jesus.
Back when
Yeah.
Merz had to walk uphill both ways to get to school.
I'm not saying that's literally how how I did have to walk to school, but yes, both ways there is a significant uphill segment.
Ah.
Same here, seeing as I used to live in a mountain. Good times. God, the roads were full of poison ivy.
Every day.
For me, the roads were just full of chavs.
Sounds like a fun time.
Sorry, Stray. Go ahead.
No, it's fine.
The moment. It's dead.
Home's gone. Time to cry.
Aw. But yes, Baltus, what are you actually saying to the man?
Well, I was gonna ask him probably a few more little things about the history and stuff, but I then realized I'm gonna be in a large group of people being like, "Oh, hey, bud, I know you just came and talked to me the other day," and everyone else is like, "Wait, what? The fuck?"
Alright, that's it. I'm calling in another strike.
So all of a sudden, I realized all the questions I was going to ask probably shouldn't be said in feudal society, or the fact that they have no idea how I'd be able to talk to him, or any of that stuff.
It's fine. You just use your mouth. Don't worry about it. The rest will happen. Faith, your faith, your psychic ability will guide you. It's fine. Let's go in there, balls deep with no lube.
Kinky.
Yes.
Into the Terminator. Careful, the servos might snap off your deck.
Yeah, please do not fist android girls or dreadnoughts.
Wait, we do know that there's a Tau ship, like, incoming, right? In some nebulous way?
Just floating a boot.
Yeah, Eloa, detected a, anomalies consistent with a cloaked Tau vessel, just poking around near your old position. Then she came and picked you up and brought you, literally 2 continents away to here.
So that's a bit redundant. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still feel like maybe I could ask if he has any better telemetry on it. Although I am actually, now that I think about it, curious why my hands are on fire. That's a like.
Yes.
So, there are two different things here. First off, there are things you actually want to ask Eustace himself, and what are you going to tell this random priest what you're going to ask Eustace? Because right now the second one is more pressing.
See if he has any glow sticks.
Yeah, I'm here to ask if the World Saint has any smokes.
I forgot mine on orbit. I didn't bring them with me to the mission area.
But no, now that I'm here, I've just been playing this all by ear. I have no idea what I want to ask him. No clue.
Well,
I'm gonna, I'm gonna say something about asking for some ancient knowledge, I guess.
Pretend you just got your psychic shit.
They don't know what psychic is.
It's fine.
Ask
Yeah, I
for
don't
guidance
want
on
either.
how to use your newfound divine powers.
Sure.
Yeah, just pretend to be a level 1 cleric in D&D.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Okay. That's pretty close to what I was asking.
Yes, I see. Well, he'll lean in, just almost pressing his lips to your ear and whisper to you, if anyone else wants to, you can attempt a -30 awareness roll, or awareness or scrutiny, I guess, to overhear.
So
Actually,
about that.
Wait, no, you don't have to. He's whispering into Baltus' microbeat.
We all
Yeah,
get an
you-
earful of just like really bass pitched.
Yeah, you're going to get priestly ASMR.
So it's just gonna be this for like 10 minutes.
Could you not though?
Yeah, you are in luck, my friend. The World Saint has awoken early. So if you are willing to commit yourself to training under him, I can lead you on immediately.
Oh, that's really okay. Should I ask to see if he could evacuate leave, let everyone else leave first, or should I just go in and?
Why would we need to evacuate the place?
Oh,
Because it's about to start raining blood.
No, that's not gonna happen.
We said that last time and he rolled a 90. We said that last time and he rolled something. Not a 90, but he did push. So there is a good chance we might get blood walls.
Well, look.
that, and I'm gonna be talking about things having to do with like the fact that their planet is being invaded by filthy xenos.
Well,
perhaps I don't know.
So-
Again,
So, Bob, I'm just going to ask you to please just make your decisions rather, because You are just going to get lost in all of these maybes. Just trust your gut, my dude.
No, I'm gonna use this now and just go ahead, go in. Just okay. That's I might ask to see if any of my party would like to join though, if that's allowed.
They have escorted you since your awakening?
I nod.
The journey was long and perilous. He might not have made it on his own.
I see. Well, I suppose there is no we will send if you like as you do not have the gifts yourselves, the world saint's wisdom will be of little use to you. You may join your friend if you wish, but your soul reward will be a greater closeness to the Fire Lord. Whereas yours, my friend, and he'll turn to Baltus, says this, you will be gifted knowledge and power.
He just goes, well, then I wish for his wisdom to show me the correct way of using my newfound powers.
He'll just reach up and clap you on the shoulder. But that is what you ask for. You already have. You truly have wisdom enough to become a fine priest.
I'm gonna laugh and be like, you should see my friend. Referring to Juno, who's currently a fucking demon, basically.
Yeah.
If only Juno was here, just be like, oh hey, right this way.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure Juno's fine where she is. You can just smash cut to Juno pinned down by Tau sniper fire. I'll stealth suits sneak up to take her from behind.
Oh, Daddy.
Just remember to save the last grenade for yourself.
Yes. The priest will turn and lead you through the door and pushes it close. Is anyone in the party wanting to stay out. Like, does anyone have any objections to going into the World Saints Crypt?
I would have objections to not go. It's goddamn authorities. The fact that this guy's still alive and he has been doing what he's doing is just mind blowing.
Oh. No one is saying they're not going.
Okay,
So-
so I guess what would happen if I said I'm not going?
I would drag you forcibly.
I would slap you, I guess.
Yep. No turning back now, fuck boy.
Uh,
I would actually just start making grapple checks to drag you over to the world Saint.
Alright. Yeah. Yeah. You are all in. They'll close the door, and well, there are a great many locks. He just turns a little knob in the center of this side of the door, and you can hear all of them just yeah, and the knobs start just. You can hear the ticking of clockwork as some internal mechanism just closes every single lock on the door. There are at least 20. This is a very secure door.
Okay, so if I want to break in and assassinate this guy, you're telling me I have to go through the wall. Gotcha.
I'll be honest, if you have equipment capable of blasting through the wall, you could just blast through the door. The door, for all of its secure locks, is, a door rather than meter-thick ferrocrete. Meter plus thick ferrocrete.
Survived an exterminatus. Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah. Does seem like the Ordo Malleus were sort of shit at this planet's exterminators, doesn't it?
They weren't really paying attention. They just kind of put it on autopilot and got bored halfway through the planet. God, it's scary how accurate that sounds.
Very plausible. Yeah. Now you are inside inside the cathedral wall, essentially. And it is a thick wall. The priest will lead the way. And, apologies there. Yeah, he'll lead you through the back corridors. Just down and down until you come to a great doorway. It's easily 20 foot tall, 10 feet across, and yeah, made of 2 solid slabs of ceramite.
Seems about fucking right.
The priest presses his hand together, says a few words, a brief holy benediction, and then just turns and looks at Graves. Pardon, but could I ask for your burly friend to open this? My back is not what it used to be. It should be unlocked.
Fucking time for Graves to shine.
Yes.
I swear to God, if this is another 100.
I mean, he doesn't need to roll. He has unnatural strength 4.
Oh wait,
Oh,
I could have also.
Baltus.
I could have opened it up.
Yeah, you could have done. They don't know that.
I did. I also forgot I have unnatural strength. An
Well,
insane
go
amount.
ahead and demonstrate the gifts of the Fire Lord. Oh, apparently find might not be necessary at all. One of the blessings of the Fire Lord that we have been granted is strength of a physical nature. Show them.
Okay, do I actually have to roll something?
What's your total strength bonus?
Counting unnatural strength is
Yes.
80 is 8.
Then no, that is satisfactory.
Okay, because my 25 strength base makes that roll a little bit hard.
Oh yeah, you got sick. Bloody hell.
He's as strong as a Space Marine now.
Yeah, I mean that. Look, Space Marines are the people who are meant to be opening this door.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, Baltus, in the long tradition of Dark Souls characters, you push the door open. The priest is a little bit surprised. I have read of the Lord's gifts doing granting strength, but it has been long since I have seen them manifest.
A miracle.
Of that, there can be no doubt.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes. As the crypt door swings open, there is a hiss of cold air. Not just the cool of a basement, but actually refrigerated air. Yeah.
Welcome to the morgue.
Well, then, it is a tall and vaulted room, white walls, stretches back a huge distance, but your attention is commanded by something quite close and quite large. though his arms have been removed and he is held, supported in a mechanical cradle, the majesty of an Astartes dreadnought is undeniable. It's a titanic figure. So tall that you would barely be able to pass through even that monumental door. And painted in the dark red and black colours for flame falcons. And decorated with gilding. In front of his sarcophagus there is a winged skull. Beneath it, as carved from gold, a scroll which bears his name. I'm going to ask you to pretend the token actually says Eustace on there. It was really hard to find a
venerable dreadnought.
Yeah, a good dreadnought in the appropriate colours at all. Trying then to get it with the correct name, I just gave up on. So
It's fine. We're all dyslexic, just like the locals.
And I can't actually read the name from here, so it works out for me.
fair enough.
Obviously, this is Eustace.
Yeah, it's Eustace. I'm sorry, Merz. Every time I hear that name, I'm thinking of the old man from Courage the Cowardly Dog.
We just misread it horribly.
Yeah, I think that's what it actually says, like Immuntians. But
Nah.
as occasionally peeking out through the vision slit or crackling around the front plate of the sarcophagus, there are flames, glowing and gilded flames. And Baltus, that strong psychic presence you felt, that's definitely what is in front of you here. He is a truly powerful psyker.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Yeah, you see, he can absolutely fucking help. If
Yeah.
we cannot track down the Tau with conventional augury rays, you just sniff them out like this. They don't know how to protect themselves from shaky bullshit.
Yeah, but they're also, well, you also can't get them with, like, Synesians.
Look, we'll figure something out, I'm sure.
Yes.
Hopefully they have some humans with them, because we can definitely sniff them out.
Maybe. But yes, Graves pushes the door open, that sight is revealed, and the venerable one speaks. A booming and mechanical voice. Brother Jacob, you may leave us. And what words I have are for their ears alone. Their coming has been long expected. Uh, yes, my lord. I will wait at the top of the stairs. The last set of stairs. I'm not going all the way up. You would get lost.
Thank you.
Yes. It would be quite irritating if you came here and then got lost and starved within the walls of this bunker.
This is so wholesome.
Has that happened before? Just sort of thinking out loud. That sounds it sounds oddly specific.
Some time ago, a prince of this land came to me. He had the righteousness and purity that would have made a fine leader. I granted him my blessing, and yet he could not find his way back out of the depths of the cathedral citadel and into the palace. His bones still lie untended and unfound. It was truly disappointing.
Hmm.
The Lady Omicron is not with you.
Oh, she's unfortunately not particularly subtle, and subtlety is something we are trying to maintain for the time being.
I cough lightly.
The central sarcophagus shifts, and you get the distinct impression that Eustace is just looking directly at Baltus's hands. Yes. And that is why your fellow, the Sister Dundrick, leads an army of the faith against the capital of the north.
With respect, my lord, as unsubtle as that might be, it's still more subtle than a child of Mars running around in power armor, painted brightly red with a meltagun on her side.
She is literally on fire.
Point taken, my lord. I will revise my definition of subtlety. My logic appears to be flawed. She's actually on fire. Huh. Narcia's just gonna sit there and contemplate, feeling like she's losing her mind.
Like Baltus is like I tried. I tried to get her down here the first time. I'm tired of arguing.
Well, the problem still stands. We know there is a Tau presence on the planet. We have confirmed this.
Tau.
Yes. Those detestable bastards.
Would those be the blue and grey Xeno?
Yeah.
Yes,
All the right
indeed.
hatred.
I can provide you with additional information on the tower and their capabilities if you desire. I am well equipped to do so. I have a few augmentations myself.
I know all that I need to know. They are possessed of a sickening low cunning and a disrespect for the natural order laid out by the Emperor in his guise as the Omnisire.
Very accurate. I see you're all caught up on this particular issue. Their low cunning and their cowardice are our biggest issues at the moment. They're quite elusive. None of our sensors can pick them up reliably, and our friend over here wouldn't be able to detect them with his methods, for they possess no presence in the warp. A most elusive prey. It is believed that they are using this planet to smuggle their filthy technology throughout the Gothic sector, and they could be potentially using either the north or the southern pole of this planet as a forward operating base for other of their subversive actions within the subsector, although we don't know for sure. We will not be able to know for sure until we are able to pinpoint the location of their base and attack them from orbit.
They dare to spread their heretical Xeno filth tech
Ideology.
across
Yes.
my sector.
Oh, yes. Yes, they are. And what's even worse is that the way they get their filthy tech heresy across is by disguising it as our own, by corrupting and debasing the Omnisire's gifts. I can barely contain my hatred for those bastards. We've been on the trail of some of their collaborators, but they have also proven rather elusive as well. And already killed one of our acolytes. But they didn't leave unblooded.
Yeah. So the floor of this vast chamber just shakes slightly as the venerable dreadnought literally vibrates with anger.
Yes! If I could vibrate alongside him, I fucking would.
Oh, he's vibing, bro.
We're just vibing here. I fucking wish. Just disregarded all subtlety and brought Eloa with us as well. It would be perfect. He's a cog, bro.
He's but as a dreadnought, he sort of automatically has quite a degree of sympathy for the cockbros.
He's a cog, bro, with psychic powers.
It's a dreadnought. He's sort of relying on them to like breathe half the time, technically.
The big sats. Oh, we should drag the Eloa here with us.
Is it just that you're missing Bro Dreadnought, or? Yeah. Beat them up with whiskey.
I have.
Mm.
I'll drink to that, bro. I'll drink to that.
I would have the big sets if I had said whiskey. But also, I need to stop drinking so much.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
I'm down to 3 beers per week.
Per week?
Yes.
That's good.
I would buy more. But the thing is, kinda haven't gotten paid yet. And I've had like 3 weeks unemployed. I'm gonna get paid at the end of this week and it's gonna be fucking sweet. You'll all see.
Fair enough. Right. It has been bad enough to see them skulk about my planet, to see them slip poison into the ears of the youth. But this is intolerable.
Our sentiment exactly. We have employed the help of a rogue trader and his personal guard, and his ship, of course, to hunt down and exterminate this particular concentration of Tau. We know of some of their collaborators, and we have some records of of certain ships entering and exiting this particular part of the galaxy. The worst thing they could have on this planet is probably a mantra. If that's the case, we're well equipped to deal with it. Our only problem here is we need to be able to locate them before we strike.
Hold. What is this manta?
Oh. Do you have an interface port I could potentially connect with? I can show you where it is directly. Use my memory and semblance to just show him what a mantra is.
Indeed. Oh. Unless you have been trained in some of the arts of the great Mechanicum, you will not be able to access it.
I am a member of the Order, however, I have not had the pleasure, not the honor to climb too high in their ranks, for I have been inundated with work regarding the Order Xenos, and the purging of any alien that comes within our territories.
That seems satisfactory enough for him, and he will indeed guide you in how to open up his interface port and like where it is. Yes, you can connect your own port to it and just like transfer and like yeah.
I'll show
Tran-
him the
tran- tran-
grayscale.
Transfer all of the files of about the Tau. Is there anything you want to leave out on the Tau?
Well, that's a good question. But I don't think I really should be leaving things out from the venerable dreadnought that would be instrumental in helping us fight them. Knowledge is power, and I don't think an Astartes would need to go through standard classification protocols. It's an Astartes. He can just know this shit.
Fair enough.
He can know about the potential threat of a mantra. He can know about the grayscale fucking warship we spotted earlier through the probe. He can know all this shit. How scary their guns are. And just how cringy their propaganda has gotten. Hey, legally, yes. But don't you dare bring those technicalities to me. We're under Xenos, not under Hereticus.
Okay. Fucking radical.
Fucking radicals.
Yes. Can fill him in. And yes. Yes. Even if they hit a larger void ship out of my sight, I would have detected its approach. At worst, they will you are correct, and they have a manta or an orca.
Both would be rather dangerous for us to deal with, especially if we were caught out in the open. I have a surprising amount of firepower in those little chassis. But we have even more.
Indeed. This manta seems to be their foul imitation of the noble Thunderhawk.
The things they've done to it. It should have been eradicated a long time ago. still vibrating with anger. How can the not take this treatment? Well, I'd wager it's able to survive the angry vibes because it was meant to take Exterminatus to the face. My lord. This is most upsetting for the both of us, but if we are to deal with this external threat, we need to both keep a level head. Please, control thy temper, so that we might be able to think more clearly about this delicate situation. What is the ship we have in orbit?
The mother of invention.
That'd be classified as what kind of class?
Oh, it's a cruiser.
We have a cruiser in orbit, and we're fairly certain they haven't detected us yet.
He can't. He slows his vibration. There is still just a gentle buzzing from the floor. That I doubt. Your vessel fought a void action, did it not? Unless they blinded themselves. They too will have seen it.
Wishful thinking, my lord, wishful thinking. Although it might cheer you up to know that the void action was against orcs, and it was a complete success, as I personally partook on the boarding action of that enemy vessel and witnessed the slaughter of many greenskins.
Witness is also now in parentheses.
So that's at least one less thing to deal with. Freebooters, in case you were wondering, there are a lot of forces afoot.
Under the psychic control of a witch.
And what is probably most disturbing about the particular boarding action, the greenskins were led by a human Ceiko. Most disturbing to see that our ilk would fall so low as to employ xeno mercenaries.
Let their fate be the same as be the fate of all who count themselves enemies of the God Emperor. But this weird. Did you gain her name?
Did we? I don't think we did.
Eloa probably did when she started looking at the logs, but I don't know if Eloa shared it.
Well, and you guys can have the information. I didn't keep it.
Okay.
From everybody.
If you didn't keep it from me, I would have at least file it because, master of paperwork, Narcia always takes care of the reports. She wants to have everything cataloged and nicely written out for when we meet up with the Inquisitor again.
Yes, her name was Lady Vazia.
The name of that abominable witch was Lady Vasya. Don't know if it rings a bell. Not much of a lady, really.
You have struck a greater blow than you realize. Though Zeno may evade my sight, I have come to find that a cabal of heretics dwell within the walls of mine chapter's monastery. 'Twas Lady Vazia that they thought would rescue them and bear them across the void to another world to corrupt. That
Oh.
you have slain her brings me great pleasure, for now their escape is impossible.
Well then, that is at least good to hear. They're trapped. Probably getting quite desperate. And as I've heard from credible sources, desperation has a certain tinge to it. Unmistakable to the more enlightened as I look at Baltus. Something that you'd easily pick up on.
Mm,
Oh, what I wouldn't give to get my hands on them. I'm sure they have a great deal of secrets they could share with us. I say as I pop my knuckles.
Eustace just rumbles. It's not quite the angry vibration of earlier. It's like the central sarcophagus specifically just shaking up and down.
Having the giggle.
Yeah, that is probably him laughing.
I love this guy so much. So, if you manage to point us at the right direction, my lord, we will take care of the rest.
You said the Xeno's corruption was made in the guise of our holy weapons.
Indeed, they were using the standard M37 patent lasgun, but all the internals were completely changed. Same batteries, same chassis, same bayonet lug. But the insides were unmistakably of Xeno origin, and there was a blue beam instead of the standard red one.
Ah. Yes. That is what the Heretic's Forge has wrought. Those are the weapons those traitors have been crafting in the depths of our Martian sanctuary. Strike the traitors. They will know where the Xenos dwell.
Oh, I am more than prepared to deal with them. I have haywire bolts just for such an occasion. Their deaths will be slower and painful, much more painful than most. Fear not, my lord. We will take care of this. My God. The magpies in us. Oh yeah, we could have pressed on and actually do the thing that you planned out, but no. Is there a reliquary inside of this place? Good. Merz, we're spending the entire 3 next sessions looting that son of a bitch.
Reclaiming, not looting. Come on now.
Yeah, right. Reclaiming,
Yeah.
yes.
It was just kind of beautiful because you know, after you went to the reliquary the first time, you then immediately just locked onto where the actual arch heretics were. But as soon as you met one, you fell back and just started licking statues.
Well, I'm sorry. I can't take on a fucking murder cyborg. Graves barely took on the murder cyborg.
Graves basically beat the murder cyborg. He was running.
Okay, I know he took it on. I know he had a Catan face sword. I have every right to be afraid.
This is fair.
But
You know what the hard counter to a Catan face sword is?
Melted didn't seem to work. He kept dodging it.
A Catan.
Oh,
Because if you ever strike a Catan with a Catan face sword, the Catan reabsorbs all that living metal, and your face sword is destroyed.
oh, gee! I certainly hope I never get to meet one of those fucking abominations. 'Cause I don't
you-
think a face
you
sword is gonna save
don't-
me.
You don't want to recruit an alien god to fight the heretics?
Okay, let me try to convince the alien god to help us hunt down the heretics. I don't think it's gonna work. You're setting the bar pretty high, Merz.
Alright. Yeah. Will mine resources prove sufficient?
What resources do we have at our disposal?
There's a handout of military assets.
Why hasn't it popped up? Ah, okay. Gun cutter, Vedetta gun. 4 gunships. Forgot we have all these guys. Yeah, you know what? The last time the murder cyborg kind of fucked with us, but I think like if we came back to the murder cyborg and we had inquisitorial stormtroopers, lupus household troops, and enough gunships to take over a small tribal planet, yeah, I think we can make it.
Oh, we could also maybe amass an army of holy, holy Avengers.
Yeah, we can also do that. We have the manpower now. Yes, my lord.
Target 950, you say?
Last time we were confronted by the heretics. After we beat them back, we put all of our efforts into saving the relics of your chapter. Now that that's taken care of, we have come back with several squads of highly trained and highly equipped stormtroopers and several gunships. There will be none left alive, and the keep will be cleansed of their vile presence. I'll see to it myself.
Your confidence inspires even myself. But temper it with caution, mortal. These heretics command the defenses of my monastery now. And should they use them against you, you shall pay in blood for every step you take.
Well, they command them, yes, that much is true, but as a member of the Adeptus Mechanicus and a true follower of the Amnesia's world, I'm also well familiar with the kind of technology they're using. I know well how to commune with the machine spirits and tell them against the heretics that seek to use them against us.
And, there's also Eloa.
And not Ad, and Eloa Omicron has already proved her worth as the radar interception officer of our gun cutter. We managed to spoof one of the anti-aircraft missiles once, and we'll damn well do it again. My comrade here, Ceiko, was able to shoot one out of the sky. His marksmanship, his aim itself, is guided by the Emperor. Worry not. Caution will be exercised. You need not hear me spout on and on and on about our last operation on this planet. I've taken up enough of your time, my lord. Do the little sign of the Aquila. I bow. It's time to do the Lord's work. Emperor protects.
Narcia?
Yes?
You get the distinct impression from the dreadnought that he wants to pat your head. But neither of his arms are installed right now, so he physically can't. Also, even if they were, he would even a gentle touch would probably crush your skull, so...
It's fine. My skull has
What
already
is that,
been
9?
crushed once. I can afford to have it crushed again. I have 31 influence. I'll just get a new one.
Narcia, I need you to listen to me now. This is your opportunity to hug a dreadnought. Hug its foot.
It would be incredibly unprofessional of Narcia to do so.
He wants a fucking hug, Narcia. Are you going to deny a venerable dreadnought, a hero of the Empire, a hug?
I might deny him a hug, but you know what I could do? I could help him apply sacred unguents as a certified member of the Adeptus Mechanicus.
That's just lewd.
I know.
Oh.
I can hear the Lenny face.
Oh,
Well,
It's been a while. I can help with the maintenance.
maybe. But, should you require it, I possess the strength to walk at least once more. Though I would require Adept Omicron to assist me. The sword sages of this civilization have proven adept in preserving mine sarcophagus, but they lack the ancient knowledge to awaken the machine spirits of mine weapons.
While it would be glorious to get an opportunity to fight amongst one such as yourself, my lord, it is best that you do not trouble yourself with this matter for now. Let the Inquisition handle this matter. And after we're done dealing with this, we will be back with Eloa Omicron to help perform proper maintenance on your majestic form. Please, let us do our job.
I have no intention of stopping you. Simply to purge the enemies of the God Emperor is my purpose. It was in life. It still is now in the cradle of the dreadnought. I would fight again and spend mine energy in doing that which I was born to do.
Yes, but then who would prepare these people for their integration into the Empire? There is still much left to be done.
You are correct. Though you have lit the signal, it has yet to be answered. And so I must bear the responsibility for these citizens.
My lord, what you've done upon this world is impressive. A world torn by the fires, damnation itself. After all this time, you managed to steer all these people and keep them focused on the light of the Emperor. What you've done is nothing short of impressive. I'll see myself that every single asset at my disposal is used to see this world terraformed back to its former glory.
Hmm.
The ash wastes will be turned into fields of production, industry, and might in the name of the Omnissiah. And the lush green vegetation, the parts of the planet that are still alive and teeming with the Emperor's children, produce some of the finest warriors of this sector. Lethe will shine bright once more.
There's a long pause before Eustace offers his reply. Always. I have known that the servants of the Inquisition would return to this planet. I had hoped they would be as righteous as they should be. That they would see the faith and light I have fought for so long to keep within the souls of these people. I am glad for the hopes I held. Every one of them has been met and exceeded by you. You have brought not just the fullness of the Emperor's light, but you have brought your own light. I will wait and hold here so that when I do walk again, I can spread your light, your true faith. Back to these people. For you, for all that they call me World Saint, you are more a saint than I.
Thank you for your kind words, my lord, but
Do not thank me for truth. Simply accept it.
yes, my lord. This is such a beautiful scene. Narcia's just gonna it's just gonna need a moment there. Because as a member of the Inquisition, she knows what happened to this planet. She knows what one of the orders did to it, and it's fucking with her. These people were purged for virtually fucking nothing. And it's just she feels responsible for what happened, even if she had no power to fucking stop it whatsoever.
You weren't even born.
Wasn't even born then.
Your great 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 grandparents weren't even born then.
Exactly. There was nothing I could have done to stop this. And yet, after this whole display, I just can't help but feel the sorrow, the guilt. This planet deserved better. I'll see to it that it gets better, damn it.
Somewhat of a far cry from your usual experience with this game, huh, Snippy?
Yeah, it's usually there's usually a lot more war crimes involved. This is probably the most wholesome Dark Heresy game I've seen in my life. The players are not at each other's throats and trying to backstab each other every 5 seconds. We don't have NPCs that are threatening to kill us around every corner, and just the supporting staff we have is not actually opposed to us. They're working with us and they're helping us. We don't have to look behind our backs to see if they're gonna execute us for doing a little bit of a fucking wrong thing.
Frankly, how dare you make me feel feels, Merz?
Nobody makes me feel my own feelings.
If it takes forever.
Hmm.
Song just plays in my head right now. You know,
I
going around this roundabout way instead of just kicking down the door and killing the heretics, totally fucking worth it just for this moment.
I do wonder if there's any actual gene vaults for the Firehawk.
Flame Falcons.
Flame Falcon.
Yeah, but the Firehawks are the other cursed founding chapter that burst into flames.
Yeah, we seem to get a lot of those, but somehow when Legion of the Damned do it, it's perfectly fine? Question mark.
That's because they are the Firehawks.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's fine when they do it under a different name. That's what gets me
Yeah.
about it.
And also the fact the Inquisition can't fucking find them. They disappear. Literally into the morning sunlight. But
Oh
wait,
my god.
how did they make landing? Like there wasn't a ship in orbit, sir. What?
The Ordramalius Inquisitor just raises his eyebrow so fucking high that you can't see through his tall ass hat as he hears this with his mechanical fucking ears.
alright.
Hmm.
So, that is a fair thing to wonder about, Bob. Are you going to bring it up in character?
You know what? I will. I will ask if there's any.
If there's any what? Sorry, you cut off.
If their gene vault is still um, untouched or unmolested. That's the word I'm going to use.
I. Eustace does actually pause there. But this isn't just me being, a shy GM. But this is also an actual pause.
It's a pretty
I
hefty
do actually
question.
need to clarify that, given that I am occasionally a shy person.
Oh no, it's fine. I can tell from the meaty hum.
Mm.
As he's doing a big thing, you can practically
It's
feel
like-
the cogs turning. This guy is so good. I love him. Oh yeah, this would also be the first time Casa has a Space Marine.
This is the first time this is very probably the first time any of you have met a Space Marine.
Yeah.
Like, maybe Juno and... Well, Juno isn't here, but, in general, maybe Juno and Baltus, when they were on Terra, they may have seen an Imperial Fist or or even a Custodes. But they wouldn't have had, like, a long-form interaction with them.
No.
Was the
I-
Custodes wearing clothes?
You know what? They're on guard, so probably not. I've seen the weird 1D4chan where they don when they do normal guard duty around the palace, they actually don't wear clothes.
Yeah, but Custodes have weird law around that. But yeah, anyway,
Yeah.
let's For all you have done, I do suppose you have the right to ask that. I cannot speak as to the fate of our main gene stocks. But here, beneath the world's cathedral, we still have the vaults of our secondary apothecarion. I have waited and hoped for redemption and forgiveness, such that the flame falcons rise again.
Baltus actually smiles and says something like, "The Emperor protects."
We all want to see them rise again. Without exception. They're so pure.
I think it's only fair that the next time Eustace walks is beside his legion.
Chapter.
No, we're Legion building now, Merzendi.
Yeah, we're legion building. They just gonna go on a crusade. Yeah, that's it.
Fuck you, girly man. Let's send a message to wait, we're very close to the beginning of the 13th Black Crusade. We're just gonna send an anonymous inquisitorial message. Fuck you, girly man. We're building legions again. I mean, we can
Yeah.
bring them back as a crusading chapter. That means they don't have to abide by the 1,000 members.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what I was
Just like
thinking.
Black Templars.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Again, this game is currently in 993 M41. Actually getting close to the end of 993 now. But yeah, that's still like more than 6 years before. Well, that's still like 6 and a bit years before the 13th Black Crusade. It may happen in this game's time span, and all of the terrible, terrible consequences for the Gothic
Yay,
sector,
Dark Imperium.
but not necessarily. Yes.
Wait, how many years until the Crusade again?
6 and a bit.
Oh, okay.
Not enough
Yeah, we
to
just
actually
need one
form a
really
working
shitty
chapter.
warp jump, and then we, go forward 5 years in time.
Yeah. Yeah. It is just entirely possible that some bad rolls mean we skip directly into Dark Imperium.
Yay!
I mean,
Wait,
Dark
but where
Imperium, they wouldn't even care to stop us because half the Imperium would have fucking split. Even if they wanted to purge them again, they just wouldn't be able to.
And yeah, Stray, but the Gothic sector is in like the Imperium Nihilus. Like it's the other side of the Great Rift from Terra.
Yeah. But it also means that I'm pretty sure Admiral Spire's going to be farting around here in a few years. Let's give him high fives.
I guess that's actually a question. I haven't played Battlefleet Gothic 2, but I know it actually takes place in the Cadian sector and adjoining. But which side of the Great Rift does it happen on?
Oh no, you actually jump in. At one point, you jump into like well, I've seen like some of the things for it. I'm pretty sure he jumps into the Dark Imperium.
Okay.
But I couldn't be certain. I'll just look it up on the wiki.
Well, for now, I would be greatly pleased to walk along my Jean brothers again. But then they may yet answer the beacons you have lit.
There's hope, though. There is hope.
There are still members of the Flame Falcons be booping around. Besides him,
Yeah,
I know
like,
there's one in the Death Watch.
well, was.
Oh, he's still there, just hanging out, having fun.
Like the one we read a message of, the guy died from what Merzendi told me.
Yeah. The one in the book, he was a Flame Falcon sergeant, and he died shoving a melter bomb down a Hive Tyrant's throat. It was very heroic. Hence why he got written in the Book of Heroes.
What a Chad.
so it's just him. Yeah, the book was still going, but he was probably still going about him.
Exactly what is... Okay, so as much as him standing a vigil over this world and guiding the people is touching, that's not really heroic.
It is to me, damn it. It is to me. Besides, this guy got in a fucking dreadnought. He must have done something pretty fucking heroic to be encased in a dreadnought. He's not gonna get in the book for looking over these people, but he's gonna get in the book when he did whatever he did to get him inside of that fucking suit. And well, since he's still alive, the book might still be written about him. Who knows? I don't know how it works. It's fucking work magic. Also, we should probably ask more about the Sanctum of the Sword Saints. He said they have been maintaining him.
He did.
My lord, if I may inquire, you mentioned something about the Sanctum of the Sword Sages and them performing maintenance on your glorious form. We're not familiar with this land, its institutions, or its people, as we have very recent arrivals. Could you please enlighten us as to the Sword Sages?
Ah. Yes. I thought you might ask of them. Have you visited their sanctum? No, you are initiated. If you had, you would not have asked. They are the last inheritors of the Mechanicum's legacy upon this planet.
Oh. That's brilliant. There are other initiates here.
You grant them more credit than they perhaps deserve. When the bombardment came, it was only junior and middle-ranked adepts that were able to reach the bunkers. And
Damn.
across the years, the knowledge they held in the beginning has decayed. They are still among the most learned of this world, and even the furthest lord seeks to have a sword sage in his service. But that is what they are now. They are sword sages, not tech priests or adepts of the Mechanicum. They have fallen too far and lost so much. It is a wonder that they have been able to repair mine systems and to construct bolt shells.
Well, much might have been lost, but no one can stop human ingenuity.
I gotta go to bed, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was getting to
Oh
the
my
time you
god,
had to
it's
go.
5:30. It's 5 23 a.m. Time fucking
Yeah,
flew.
Yeah, it really did this time.
Holy shit.
very roleplay heavy this time. Good roleplay though.
I love it. I love
Again,
it so
500
much.
XP, everyone.
He's so good.
And we will carry on a little, Bob, just to fill out like Narcia's line of questioning here. Yeah.
All right, man. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you for
Well,
joining
Madhu.
us.
I'm taking out too.
It's
Have a
so
good night.
fun.
Oh, are you not? Okay.
We'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Oh, lost 2.
Yeah, Winter said he was taking off as well. I guess he has no questions for the Dreadnought.
It's just,
I
it's
mean,
just a shame. You have.
said
Okay.
and done nothing for.
Finding a space
4
marine
hours.
to talk to him is hard enough, but finding one that is amicable and will actually speak to a mortal.
The death of this chapter was an unforgivable mistake. These are the coolest space marines.
They are our new best friends. I wish I had gone there.
Yeah, no fucking joke. I want to avenge
But-
this.
But best not to cause a. Well, at first I was of the mind, let's not cause a panic. But now that I know about the Sanctum of the Sword Sages, I mean,
Yeah, no, you're gonna go there like a glorious golden. No, sorry, not golden. Crimson god and set their little fucking primitive screwheads straight. While the stormtroopers, led by the Graves. Ah, okay, no, we should actually be leading the stormtroopers. But after we're done with the stormtroopers, you should go there and sort those boys out.
They
And
have
speak with Estes yourself.
they've tried their best to keep the old law alive, but it's literally been 5,000 years with almost no off-planet contact, and almost all of their old machines were destroyed in an orbital bombardment. They've had a real hard time.
my poor mech boys.
It's fine. They'll catch up. That's what we're here for.
Yes. Is there anything more on that topic you want to ask Eustace about?
Not much else I can ask. So no, not on that specific topic. Oh, if only DCL was here to talk to this guy or Casa. I feel like we should stop here in case DCL is feeling any better next week. If he wants to speak with him.
I really don't think
I-
DCL would. I'd almost guarantee that he would have spent this entire session just sitting there doing nothing.
And
Sword
also,
Saints.
next session we're going to close when we on this scene next session. If there is anything anyone has thought of during the week to ask Eustace, we can open on that. So if DCL does actually have pressing questions for Dreadnought, he can ask then.
Alrighty then. Well, the rest should be just abbreviated for the sake of brevity, since he is an Imperial and he knows what we are and where we're from. Just to get him to link me some information about the local populace and their culture through my little data link, so I'm able to better interact with my
Alright.
fellow citizens.
Yeah, you can peg him again.
Exactly. I need to know about the local kingdoms, the political climates, the different regions, cultures, people, so we don't just cause an international incident. That's it.
What? How very unsnippy like.
Look, I gotta play ball here.
Also, yeah, you can definitely do all that. Any, I'll not give you, the massive, info dump now because it is kind of late, and that would take very long.
It is very late.
Yeah, anything else you want to do, like... I say, are you gonna ask him any about why he's talking about about these beacons he's mentioned a few times?
I had no memory of us doing beacons, but I assumed that's because I was pretty drunk last week.
I assumed it was a metaphor for us being literally on fire.
I assume, yeah, that was also a metaphor.
A new hand touches the beacon.
You mentioned something about beacons earlier, my lord. I'm afraid we hadn't activated any physical beacons on our way in or out. It just occurs to me, what type of beacons are we talking about?
The flames that the citizenry have built their holdfasts around.
Oh,
They are mine chapter's legacy. The flames judge purity. And if you and your comrades had been wicked, you would have been burned by them. But you were not just pure. You were touched by the majesty of the God Emperor, the master of mankind. Thine own purity is as great as we had ever sought to accomplish and reach.
So fucking pure, guys. You don't even know.
Narcia is just gonna take like 1 second to process this. Oh, yeah. But I'll be honest. I've been in many different planets, my lord, but I've never seen a miracle so clear before in my entire life. The Emperor smiles upon this world.
Indeed. We counted it a blessed day when his cleansing flame entered us and drove back our enemies. When it purged the unclean as was the purpose for which we had been created. But we were judged for his gift. We were found wanting. It is only now that purity, forgiveness, redemption, and light has returned to Lethe. Now, mine brothers should return as well to rejoin his service.
And it'll be a glorious sight indeed, my lord. I am honored to be a part of this. As an acolyte of the Ordo Xenos, there is no greater honor than to not only root out the abominable Xenos from our worlds, but to witness the power and the majesty of the Emperor firsthand.
Eustace's sarcophagus gives a little grunt of effort, and then a little flame will emerge from the vision slit, about the size of a hand, floating in the air, and it will make its way down to rest upon Narcia's shoulder. No. No. The honor is ours. But we are given a chance to prove ourselves and our loyalty. You are the one who honors us.
He's saying that to a lowly acolyte. I think Narcia would actually just be tearing up at this point. This is legitimately probably the most moving thing that'll happen in her entire career.
Yeah,
I don't have tear ducts anymore, I know.
Hey,
Cry blood for maximum edge.
Snippy,
Yes?
have a fate point. A real fate point.
You know I'm gonna lose it so fucking quickly. I got my fate back! Yes!
You did it.
I did it! Now I can waste all of my fate point making the perfect pie. When you say, I don't know if you said it jokingly, but I have seriously reserved a spot for the pie-related psychosis. And I will be pursuing that further in the future.
No. Yeah, that was entirely serious.
Perfect. You know what I have to do now, Merz? All the XP you've given us these last 2 sessions, all gonna go to cooking. I'm maxing out cooking right now, actually.
Jesus
See the
Christ.
advancements. What's the cost? It's a
I mean,
trade?
it's a-
Okay. It's low for me.
Dude. Yeah, that's like int in general. Yeah. I think that yeah, yeah, I think that is probably a good place. Also a good place to call it. But mostly just a good place in general.
This is the best place.
Alright, well, if you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time for Savin. Till then, have a good one.